All right. And Brett, are you going to be in there or out here?
I'm here.
Cool. And, Brett will be taking notes today and observing everybody and asking you guys questions in the end. But take a seat, Brett, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so first, thank you guys for being here. I know I hate group interviews actually, and I never actually went to one, but I want to make one that you guys would enjoy, right? I'm excited that you guys are here, so I can tell you guys about the whole company, because time is valuable for us as it is for you guys, And the reason we wanted to start doing these group interviews is during the job hunting process, you guys are all looking for new roles, new companies to join, and it can take weeks, even months sometimes, to hear back from a company, which is crazy. So we want to be able to give you guys an answer right then and there, and we want you guys to be able to give us an answer right then and there. I don't want you guys to have to wait through 4 interviews to get to talk to me and learn really about the company, what we're going, the role, and all that stuff. So we'll go right in. And also, I want to be able to treat all of you guys fairly too. When it comes to interviewing, sometimes even with you guys, it's kind of dependent on your mood. Like, how nervous are you when you step foot into the interview versus another interview? You can do great this one interview and do bad that one. The same is for us. When we're interviewing you guys, I want to be able to treat all you guys fairly. When I can meet all you guys together, see the group vibe, see you guys interact together, it's just better for us to be able to treat you guys fairly, because some person might get more time than another, and it's just not fair. So that's another big thing. And just so we can get it on film, what is everybody's names here?
Haley Tria.
Haley.
Alex Prather.
Alex.
Danny Whitehurst.
Danny. Dan. Brett.
And Brett.
And Kyle. That's me. Cool. So raise your hand. I know it's a small group and it's kind of funny. Raise your hand if you've never been in remodeling sales before. Cool. So everybody, Brett, me. This is my first remodeling job kind of thing, honestly. And then raise your hand again if you'd like to know what the company is doing, where we're going, and what part you guys will be playing here. Cool. Okay, good. Everyone's awake and a normal person here. Okay, so let's talk about the company first. Soucher Roofing is our name, and we're actually going to be working on changing this name to something that fits more of our brand we're moving towards, and more of the services and products we're going to be offering. Currently, we offer roofing and gutters to residential homeowners. We're going to be bringing in windows, attic insulation, and potentially solar as well. And then in the future, siding, doors, lots of other things. We want to be able to take care of the whole exterior of somebody's house, give it a complete new facelift, A lot of people are buying new houses when remodeling might be a way better option for them. And you guys know here in Savannah, at least in this market, people that move here tend to stay. People that have lived here a while really tend to stay, So it's a pretty city. And real homey, compared to a lot of places. So let's talk about, so that's just the practical side of the company. But the most important thing about the company, and part of the reason I started this thing, is because we're here because people need a new type of company to work in and work for. And when I was in college, when I was young, I didn't want to go to work. I didn't actually want to graduate college. I saw no vision of a better future. I thought graduating college put you straight into pain inside a cubicle, doomed for the rest of your life to make X amount of money, have a couple of kids that maybe hate you, and maybe a couple of divorces throughout your life. That's what I saw. Of course, I was also a negative, little pessimistic, critical kid, always analyzing everything. But it doesn't have to be that way. And I wanted to create the solution for me, but everybody here at this table, and everybody in the company, and everybody we're gonna bring in the future. That's what we're all about. We're going to pioneer this next standard in 3 ways. One is we want to change the way people work and communicate together. You guys all know communication today is something that's really missing. We've adopted text, email, much more so than the other methods, and we're losing out on the art of communication and really knowing what each other is thinking and feeling all the time, which is something that we've lost. But we don't know we've lost it because we've all been born kind of into this technology, and it's just how it is. But 2,000 years ago, 5,000, 10,000 years ago, completely different story. If you're fighting with your boyfriend in the hut in the middle of the tribe, your grandparents, your uncle, your aunt, your cousins are seeing this. They see it on your face, they know what's going on. And they're able to snap in and change that, fix that, and provide that oversight that people need, So, I digress. So first is wanting to change the way people work and communicate together, and wanting to change the way people experience and feel at work. This is huge for me. And everyone, really. And third is what people like you will become in their careers. That's the biggest thing. Because you guys all know some extremely successful people, at the end of the day, they will tell you it's not the money they made, it's not the recognition, it's not the trophies they have, but it's the person they became. It's how they feel once they get there. It's the feeling that these things are bringing them. And that's what we want to help everyone here with, including myself. That's a part of why we're here. And life itself is about honing your abilities to get what you want. We want safety, stability, money, and financial security. That's the first human need of certainty. We want excitement, fun, it's variety. We don't want to do the same thing at work every single day forever, typing the same thing, following the same instructions every day for the rest of your life. It becomes very dry, dull, and boring, and if spent long enough, you become dull, dry, and boring. Much more dull and dry than you were at 9 years old, right? Next is, we want fun, we want friends, and we want love. Well, I said fun, but friends and love, those are fun too, right? We want to be healthy, we want growth, and we want to feel like we're a part of something and contributing to something much greater than ourselves. And a lot of these needs, much of people are lacking. And I want to build a company that brings you guys those needs too, as much as we can. Because they're human needs. And I don't just want to hear, do X, you get Y, money. And that's it. You go home, work is like, work, looking at the clock, and then you come home and that's your life. What we've created here, what all the employees that's ever been here, is we've created a work environment and position and structured positions in a way that this is your life. And people want to be here. As long as you're in alignment and you're doing the right position for you, because everyone has different skills, abilities, and things they feel best doing. I can't take an incredible office administrator that's an Excel mastermind and QuickBooks expert and put him into this rugged sales position out in the field. Two polar opposite, and people tend to lean towards one or the others. Some people are balanced though, and mixes between things. But we want to, and that's what today's all about. So you guys can see at least our sales and marketing positions and what those actually look and feel like. And after we cut the video, I'll be able to tell you guys our other positions that we have here too. Operations, office administrator, operations administrator, production, all that stuff. And now, something we've been talking about is the reason we want anything is because of the emotion it's going to bring us. You guys want this, you're interested in this position here and learning about this because of what it will bring you, the emotions it could bring you compared to the current position that you're in now. And how you feel is what life is all about. And it's why I built this, and it's what we're working on here. We're trying to help all of our people create their ideal life in mind, and that at the core is what this company is all about. And above all, something that's really cool about this is we're not some big box, massive company, so we can design this in a way that's for us, for the people here at this table and inside this office. Not for some group of investors in a high-rise New York City, not for our publicly traded constituents that want us to pump out really great looking P&Ls each year, or quarter actually. We get to do what we want for us. You guys all get a piece of that if you decide, and we decide this is the right place for you. And that's what's really cool about this place. And just make sure the three of you guys are here for sales and marketing positions, right? At least that's one of your interests.
Yes.
Right? Yes? Sorry. Okay, so let's talk sales. And we've already mentioned that you guys are all here because you want something. You want the information that we're able to give you, and you want to be able to decide if this is the right place for you, and vice versa. And when it comes to sales, to kind of put the context in place here so you guys can understand what these positions are really all about, is life is about learning how to get what you want. So, how many people here like to win arguments? Cool, I hope so.
I think I'm right.
Yes, if we're right, that's right. Good. We don't want to win arguments if we're completely wrong. That's not the right way to do it, right? Okay, but how many of you would like to be able to negotiate and get what you want from people? Definitely me. Great. And how many of you would like to become the person that could change how you feel at any moment and change how someone else is feeling too? Cool. This is literally coming off like a self-help seminar, but I whipped this up last night. I hope you guys like it. How many of you want to make real money and have fun while doing it too? And that's really what this place is about. That's initially why I got into this thing. I didn't get in here to like change my life. I got in here honestly because I was debt broke in college. I had debt all over my head. I wasn't even going to class. Well, no, I went to class until I learned about roofing, and I dropped out to do this thing. So I saw this as my opportunity to get out there and make way more money than all of my friends that had already graduated and were hating their lives working in corporate jobs up in Atlanta. So that's why I was originally here. But as life goes on, reasons change. So when it comes to getting what you want, in this world, you only have 3 ways to get what you want. You can deceive, just lie. You can attempt to lie to get what you want. You can take it by force, or you can cooperate with others to get it. But in this new world, the first 2 will not work long term. It might take you somewhere temporarily. You might get yourself a boyfriend or a girlfriend for a little while, but they're gonna find out you're lying like quickly. So that's gonna collapse. So only cooperation is what works. And cooperation is about persuasion and negotiation. And that's what sales is. That's what's so cool and exciting about learning sales. It's the art of persuasion and negotiation. Being able to cooperate with people to get what you want. And sales itself is like, if you give me X, I'll give you Y. If we estimate a roof project for you, you'll give us X in return for that roof project. And same with the position here. If I work here, you give me X in exchange for us giving you Y. In a relationship, if I commit to you, you commit to me. If I treat you well, you treat me well. If I do something kind for you, we tend to respect or want that to be reciprocated. Like when you're really nice to people and they're fucking mean to you, it's not fun. It's not fun at all, right? So true sales, true negotiation is about the mastery of the mind and emotion. And if you're up for the challenge, that is exactly what we are here to teach you fundamentally. And that's what sales is all about. How to master yourself, how to master your mind and how you feel, and then master your interactions with others in a way that's good for everybody. We're not selling things that people don't need. We're not lying to them to get the contract signed and get out of there and make my money. We're doing something good. And that's also at the core of our company. So let's dive in and explore this thing. So this is a 3-stage interview process. It's brand new, you guys at first. This is just a picture of an interview, obviously. But there's a third, really in-depth interview. We really want to get to know you guys, how you guys tick, and what you guys think, if you guys are also interested in continuing with us. So, if chosen, this will arrive in your mailbox at a random time soon. This is the offer letter to our Hogwarts. And so we have 2 positions on our outside sales and marketing team that work together. Sales and marketing. Who would have thought, right? So here we've put together the best possible training we could using methods combined from only the best remodeling companies and individuals in the country. I've been searching for years to find the very best way to sell. Because nothing is more awful than me being here in a company for 4 years with a bunch of great sales guys that want to sell so bad, and they don't know what to say. They don't know how to get the decision to be made. They can give it away, we can drop our price to nothing, but we can't grow that way. And so, everything about our sales training system is not only taught verbally during your 2-week training, but is also in a written training manual. It's 200 pages long front to back. It's big, but most of you don't need to know. There's only like 15 pages you actually need to know, right? The rest is a lot of augmented information to help continue your development here. And this best training is for 2 weeks, And going forward, you have goals, expectations, and communication throughout each day. And that's also what we're all about. You know, I've worked in a lot of companies and you get there and you just don't even really know what to do. And then, or maybe you're told something real quick what to do and they don't tell you how. They don't tell you how they want it done. And they get mad at you 2 weeks later because you didn't do it on time or it's not very done well. You know, all those things. It's like crazy. So if I'm bringing you guys in, my part, our managers, leaders here's part is to train you to a point that you know exactly what to do in the right way before you even go out into the field. You guys won't talk to any homeowners until 2 weeks. Well, I think the 11th day, by the way. But we'll be with you, by the way, when you are talking to people out there. And you're going to know what to do. That's what's cool. And what else also cool is the training never stops. We are out here, slide 5. So training, we're role playing right out there right there on those front steps with each other, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, and following a process that we lay out. We have scripts for everything, but no one has to follow a script verbatim. I don't expect anyone to be robots here, but we have to know it because it works. But humans are all different, each situation's different, so you're gonna have to like dance a little bit in conversation, but knowing the structure of how the process and the sales process needs to go. So, and the last thing is an NFL coach can't coach over a cell phone and email. And I see a lot of sales directors and managers today doing that. They're not out there in the field with their guys. They're just like, what's your numbers at this week? Okay, cool, bye. You know, or it's like a quick email, or it's like a pissed off email. Like, what are you doing out there? Where's your numbers? What's happening? It's like, well, if you could come out here and see me, maybe I could get better. You know, a lot of people don't even get proper guidance and criticism when they're at work and advice, you know? So.
The good news is that it's not beyond repair. We can definitely
So
take
this
care
is
of it.
Kevin, our sales and marketing
You don't
director.
have to use us. You can use whoever you're comfortable with.
It's just a little
I'll show
demo
you
to show you guys how
so
he
you know how to solve the problems.
how he can
Okay?
train.
So now
Don't mind Jared, he just his love of his life broke up with him this
on the
week.
same side of the table with them. I'm non-threatening. You guys are both above me, and our shoulders are square. We're on the same team. It's an offensive line going forward. I'm not defensive lineman coming at you, right? So go back to
Just a little clip of like kind of who he is. That's Kevin. He's really busy right now. And you guys will meet him next. Now, what's cool about Kevin is he's not only a remodeling sales expert, he knows exactly how to do it front to back, the full process, but he really knows how to create the results. He knows it. He leads from the front. And the other cool thing is, he doesn't run his own leads. He's not in charge of his own sales, and then all of you guys too, which is so common in the sales industry. It's like your sales manager, he's a salesman that just like talks to you a couple times a week. It's so common and such a big pain point. So we've designed his position that his sole responsibility is to develop and help you full-time, all the time. That's why he's here. He wants to make sure you guys are feeling good, doing good, and getting better and improving and growing in your roles. And now in sales here, this is Damien. He's no longer here, but he got his dream job out in California racing dirt bikes. Yes, so professionally, it's really cool. But you're out in the sunshine and you have real freedom. You have a company truck, gas card, and car wash. Let's just talk about the sales representative position first, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. There's no out-of-town travel. Some people ask that. But you're not staying anywhere overnight. Everything is here. You're driving within an hour radius of our office right here. And this is we're going to be growing out of this office very quickly. I'm working with a lot of commercial real estate agents right now, by the way. So, you have an iPad and iPhone, and if there's somewhere in the country to do this, this is a really pretty place to do it. We talked to a lot of people from up north. That's why we're talking like 5 people in sales and related stuff. It's so damn cold out there, they're dying to come down here. Now you do battle heat a little bit, but you go right inside to the AC and right to your truck's AC, like pretty quick. So it's not too bad. It keeps it exciting. And then you're always on your toes and always surprised each day and learning new things. That's something that is really good. Every day there's something brand new that's happening. You're talking to a brand new person you've never met before, and you're figuring out who they are, how they tick, what they do. And You're always learning something else. And as you guys can see, there's a real physicality to this that keeps you engaged, healthy, and more alive. You know, the individuals I've seen that have been inside an office for 40 years versus working out in the field for 40 years, if you took the same two people, they're gonna behave totally different ways and feel totally differently one time in the future. Next is you're meeting real people and connecting to them on a real level inside their home. You're also selling something that they actually need and have to have. And this kind of sale makes you feel really good and you're proud to do it because it's something that they need. And you're right there face to face. You're not calling some guy, business dude in California trying to get in touch with his supervisor. You're right there face to face. You get to shake their hand, crack jokes, you get to like play with their dog, know their dog, all the stuff, right? And I'm not going to stand here and lie to you as well and say good things don't come without struggle. This is not an easy sell and it is competitive. That's his hand. You're sometimes competing against 5 or 4 other companies for their business. So it's tough, you know, it is. But that's a part of why it's so rewarding. And we'll get to the rewards in a bit. But it's a real challenge. And the person you will become will show that and will come out so much stronger on the other side. And that's the greatest thing about this. And what you will sell and provide is backed up by us 100% here on the internal and product side. The team is always on the phone together. When you have questions about installation and stuff, like our production director is right there. He'll always be a phone call away. And we're always right there to help. Chat, FaceTime, text, sending videos to us. Like there's somebody that's gonna pick up the phone, you know, and be able to help you guys out with everything. It's just showing a little bit about our product process, guys up on the roof, the work we do. And our product customer experience and installation process is unmatched here in this market. This is just one of our quality control checklists, but this is the final one. We physically get up on the roof and check like 41 different items.
You guys
Not to speak about the this is the project management side, by the way. You guys are trained to sell, contract the job, wrap it up, turn it into the electronically actually now on an iPad, and then you move on to the next one. And you guys do what you do best, which is talking to people, not generating conversations, making things happen. We take care of almost all of the technical stuff for you guys. And but the coolest thing about that is you can trust your customers will be happy. You know, we're right there. We're so emotionally invested. Last week we had our first bad review, and we have hundreds of 5-star reviews, but we had our first bad review in like 7 months. Was it 2 out of 5? I just say it out loud. Oh no, we got a 2-star review. Everyone in the office opened their doors and they all just walk through and look at my screen, all on their knees, just like, and everyone felt like shit. I thought that was crazy because I can't say the same for when I started this thing. We got a bad review, whatever, you know, but we're doing our absolute best at everything we do, and we really care about what we do on the inside. We also back everything with a lifetime warranty. So if anything's wrong with our product, we're coming back out there in 12 years. We're gonna look at it, we're gonna fix it if it's us, which is really cool. So we stand by what we do. Now, the team, you'll have a real team that'll have your back, a team that you can trust, a team that believes in you, and a team that helps you. It's not, we're not creating a hyper-competitive environment with a bunch of, well, I won't speak negatively here, but you guys know, like, picture the worst sales team ever. They're all doing great numbers up on the board though, but it's just hostile. They're all against each other. It's not gonna be like that here, and it will never be like that here. Those guys, girls, whoever they are, they won't last. Hopefully, they won't get hired. So, next is you get to experience real humanity and meet so many people. You'll be able to understand people and see how they live each day and what makes them unique, what makes them tick, and this allows you to learn how to really connect to people, which life is all about. Anything you guys are doing in life, you have to be able to work and connect and understand other people. If you want your relationship to work long term, you want to raise children, the number one thing that you have to get good at, if you want it to last and be great and feel fulfilled in it, and for it to work is you have to be able to connect and understand the other person, see things from their point of view, put yourself in their shoes, and from that way, you guys connect electrically, and then you can work together to make things happen. You know, instead of fighting with a homeowner to get the roof, we'll fight over the price or something. It becomes a process where you guys are working together to figure out how to get them this roof with us. And best thing is you take all this stuff for life and have memories that will last, you know? Jared right here, I don't even know these things. I had to ask his girlfriend, I was talking to his girl, and she was like, oh yeah, Jared's out to eat with a homeowner almost every week. I'm like, what? He doesn't brag about anything, by the way. I just found that out, you know, it's so cool that our homeowners are taking him out to dinner every week, just getting to know him, not to buy the roof or anything, after they buy the roof from him, just to have fun with them, you know? 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, whoever. It's cool. And now, you'll be rewarded for this. Your income moves up at an exponential rate dependent on what you put in. Your income will be commission only, paid weekly, direct deposited to your accounts each Friday. But with commission only, it means there's no income cap here. It keeps shooting off of the chart, by the way. There's a couple other stages, but the first couple of years, this is where you guys are gonna settle in at. The thing to know about sales is it's a continual learning process. Each conversation you have, you're getting better at people. You're getting better at understanding how they work, what to say, what to do, how to get them to make a good decision, you know? So the more you learn, the more you earn. And this all comes down to your psychology, your mind. There are no rare special gifts that just make people fantastic at sales. I've had people here that were stoic, like really serious, very quiet, very gentle, all in one package. And those guys did better than some of my most enthusiastic, crazy people that we've ever hired. So enthusiastic, loved people more than anything, talked forever to everyone. But the first one actually won across time, which is a crazy thing, you know? So it comes down to not your innate personality exactly, not who you're born to be, but who you want to become and what you're made to be, how willing you are to learn and improve. And it comes down to following our guidance, honing your mind, and you will succeed here no matter what. That's what's cool. We don't want to bring anyone in that is going to not do well. We don't want to do that to anybody. This isn't a multi-level marketing thing or pyramid thing where we're just bringing everybody in. You guys are 3 out of 400 applicants in a given week. We have 6 others that we chose out of that applicant pool that we're sending this video to. That's 10 out of 400 people. It's a crazy thing, you know? And so in saying that, we want to choose people that we feel could be the best and most successful at this role and the happiest in these roles that we have here. Next is marketing, our second position. This is what generates the leads that our sales team has run, and depending on who you are and what we know will give you the most long-term success, we will be deciding who moves into marketing first versus who moves into sales first. If you're the right person for us and if we're the right company for you, of course, you know. And we all just met, we still have that third in-depth interview, right? And this is marketing. And this is where some of the best in the world began. Elon Musk, who you know is behind Tesla and SpaceX, years of knocking on doors. No one knows that. Todd Peterson, the owner of Vivint, $1.2 billion home automation and solar companies, partnered with Best Buy and Amazon. You guys have probably seen some of them knocking around at some point, or like little yard signs, home security. Tony Robbins, whose companies bring in $5 to $6 billion in revenue a year. Sarah Blakely, the youngest self-made female billionaire in the world. This was her whole role for 7 straight years before she decided and came up with the idea for Spanx. And this gave her the guts and the determination to do it. Mark Cuban with Broadcast.com, you guys know Mark Cuban. He sold that to Yahoo for $5.7 billion in 1999. Now he owns Dallas Mavericks, Shark Tank, all that stuff, the whole internet fame. So this is what changed their lives and made them into who they are and what they're able to accomplish today. And they all did it at young ages like we are here. That's what's so cool about it. And nothing in this world is worthwhile without a struggle. Okay, I see the picture now. Eric Thomas said, if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. So I cannot lie to you again and tell you that these positions aren't tough. He wasn't actually crying, I staged that yesterday. But I also wouldn't be here telling you about all this if I didn't know that the rewards are worth it. I couldn't build a company knowing that my positions are just hell and death and like you should never join, you know? I've built this being this person, not him in the corner, but I've done everything that you guys are going to do here. Kevin, the sales director in the beginning, he stayed in marketing, working in that regard for 2 years before he moved into the sales position. So, your guys' sole mission is to drive into territories and neighborhoods that we map out, and we're working to map out the most successful neighborhoods. Of course, we're not just going to put you in X neighborhood that you will never generate success out of. We want you guys to be successful. The people you'll be talking to are living in homes that need work, and we can physically see it from the ground. That's what's really cool. This isn't Vivint. This isn't EDT selling home security that they might already have. You're knocking on a door, being able to see that they have a fucked up roof or like terrible windows, right? So there's always going to be some level of interest there if they own the home. Well, I won't lie to you. They might initially completely reject you because they don't want to buy anything, they don't want to be sold, you know, kind of thing. But it's a free roof inspection, and that's what it's about. And your goal is to get them to set a time for us to give them a free inspection over the next couple of days on this notepad. That's all you have to do. It's that simple. It's conversations with people to get them to sign this, agree on a time with us over the phone, for us to come out that day, the next day, or the next 2 days. Just to pop out, take a look at the roof. So that's when the sales comes in. Marketing sets the lead, sales representative comes in and gives them a legitimate multi-point inspection with photos and videos provided. And then we, the sales team, will then estimate any work that we can do for them and do our best to sell what they need. You know, that's also what's cool. We're selling things that they actually need. Like, you need a roof, and when it leaks, homeowners are. It's a terrible thing. You know, some homeowners can't even sleep. And we've had calls where they're crying because their kitchen collapsed on like a kid. You know, crazy things have occurred. Now, that's like thousands of phone calls, you know, nightmares, right? But we get to save the babies before those things happen, right? But simple as that. So you guys on the marketing team set the lead, then sales comes in and gets it done. And the marketing position itself is the real training to prepare your mind and skill for sales with us. And right now, all our guys on the sales team, they did marketing for a long time. That's where they began. That's where they got good at having those conversations with people, and getting them to like you, trust you, and choose you, decide to use you for something, right? And this is what will build you into becoming the best here. And this is what prepares you for sales and having the most success in it. But the greatest thing is there's something about this market that most people don't know, and it's the reason I'm here. It's untapped. No one is knocking on the doors. No one is out there prospecting. No one is talking to anybody on any remodeling company. There's a couple little roofers around here, like 2 guys in a truck. Like, I know who they are. We really have a grasp on our market and what's going on here. But no one is knocking on these doors. When we go into these neighborhoods, they're out there right now. It's not like, fuck, another one of you. We had one last week, which is so common in other markets, by the way. Atlanta, Tampa, Texas, Austin, Texas, everybody's knocking on doors. Like my friends up in Atlanta, Tampa, companies up there, it's like every week they got some new roofers, some new home security guy, or solar is becoming a big thing in certain areas like those 3. So this opens up massive opportunity for us, like a real gold mine. That's what's cool. Not to oversell it, but it is true. Like, they're so open to talking here compared to other places. Kevin here, most people here, well, everyone actually at this point, isn't from here. Kevin flew and moved his entire family here from Philadelphia. And every time he walks, Here he
I
is.
gotta pop in actually, so I haven't heard much of this. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, Kevin.
Kevin, nice to meet you guys. How are you? So I was in the back, I didn't hear much of it. I don't want to take any of Kyle's thunder, but I heard my name came out. Yeah, glad you guys are
For the
here.
video, this is Kevin, our sales director.
Oh, hello.
Right.
Yeah, this was not set up this way when I walked.
Surprise. But-
Yeah, I'm excited to meet you guys for sure. Hopefully, hopefully everything works out, and maybe you guys can come work here too. I know Kyle's giving you all the details and everything, but excited for what we're doing and just finding the right people that's right for you too to come along and do it with us. But yes, originally from Philly, brought the family down and everything. And in Philly, when you're knocking, you are like the 7th person of the day to come by and do that. So it is so much nicer on that level to talk to people, and just it's still a tough job and always will be kind of thing, but the resistance is so much lower down here in the home and at the door and all that kind of stuff. And that's all I'll say to it. We'll get into the weeds later when we all work together, but I'll give it back to Kyle. Really nice to meet you guys. See you on the phone.
Have a good day, man. And it's funny, leading right into this. You are never alone here. Oh, that's funny. I'm supposed to go through these. This is so funny. I actually took this photo years ago, just showing you like what the things that are happening out there in the neighborhoods, the experiences that you're getting. You know, it can be so fun and funny as well. And back to the team. You guys are never alone here. You might be physically alone for parts of your day, of course, but you're never on your own and just thrown into the fire. You will either be or have a team leader out there and a team with you in the field. That's what Kevin's for. That's what we're for. And the rewards for marketing. I want everybody here to be really rewarded for what they do. And the more you do on a week-to-week basis, the more you earn, and it keeps climbing, as you can see. It does shoot off the chart, of course. And you guys are paid weekly, direct deposit, just like sales. Now, moving into more about the company and about the team, and something really cool. I wrote this up this morning, actually. You guys get to help define the team. That's what's different. You're not in an organization of 5,000 people. It's like you're just a tiny ripple in the largest ocean. You guys are right here sitting at the table, and you not only, but get to help shape the culture. You get to decide some of the things that we do. You guys get to have a voice and get to pitch in on everything that's going on. You know, we're not only listening to you guys for feedback all the time. I mean, even when it comes to the team, if people aren't acting right, if things don't feel right to you, if you feel that certain people are doing certain things or feeling certain ways, I'm trying to explain this in a way. You can literally, we're not only going to ask you how you feel here, what's going on, like on a weekly basis, but you guys can tell us and we're going to listen and we're going to do something about it, because most importantly, we want the whole team to be united, bonded, we're together in this thing. There's no drama, there's no egos, there's trust between everybody. And that's something that has taken me so long to build. And all these great, you've met Brett and Michael and Kevin, like we trust each other with everything, every single thing. That's something really cool. We want to be able to do that at scale. And it's gonna be really tough. We can't grow as fast as we want. And that's why we chose you guys out of all these, there's like 392 people in that given week. And you guys get to be a part, if this is the right fit for you, the right fit for us, all those things. You guys get to be a part of shaping this, how it feels, the fun we have, what we do, the events we plan, where we go, where we take things, all your ideas. We ask you your ideas on a weekly basis, like what ideas do you have in the last week? How can we improve? How can we change? So, and not only that, these are some of the fundamentals of just being in any small organization with, I guess, the right culture that is there to listen, that is there to help each other. But it's how some of the greatest leaders of the world got to where they are. These people that I've mentioned earlier, they not only did the right things, but they were there at the right time. They were there in the beginning of the company, where they started the company, where they were part of the beginning of the company. That's the rockets that some of the, not only famous, but some of the wealthiest, most successful, whatever avenue you decide or you look at, actors, they were right there Matt McConaughey, for instance, he was just in a bar, and a girl came up to him and said, "Hey, why don't you take a role in this little movie?" He shows up to this movie, the guy isn't there. The director looks at him, "You look good, jump in." Boom. In, what's the movie he did? The first one? Do you not know this? It's so famous. Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yeah.
Dazed and Confused, yes.
Yeah.
So that's how we got the movie part. So insane. And most of all,
These are just things that
oh,
I hope
showing a
will
little bit of
help
what
you.
we do.
Just as we develop our physical muscles through overcoming opposition, such as lifting weights, we develop our character muscles by overcoming challenges and adversity. That's from Stephen Covey.
This is one of our fun. This is one of our energy breaks that we do every day. Yeah. And I was just showing little bits of what we're doing, but most of all, how can you really grow here? This is what people really want. I've been interviewing people for years, hundreds and hundreds of conversations. And what people want more than anything, well, people want to be around positive people. That's a big thing. But number two, I see almost the most, is they want somewhere that they can grow. They're not just going to get stuck and be in a dead end wheel for the rest of their life. That's what I want to give people. You know, people have asked me since the beginning, they don't know it's like. It's funny. How can you all really grow here? We're moving very fast, and we need leaders that want to move into positions not only here, but in the next markets that we have our eyes on and that we're going to go into. That's the thing. We're not the mom and pops. We're trying to become the greatest company in this country, and I'm going to do it. And that's why you guys are here. And with that, we will never stop growing. We're going to Florida and Texas. We're going to take on Nashville and Phoenix. We're going to take on Colorado and Utah as well. That's the path that I want to leave. So you can see I want to stay out of the cold, frigid north. And the northerners. Sorry to the people up the north. That's it. That's who some of the people are going to get this video. So this is where we're going. And I hope you guys are the right fit for this thing, because it's going to be one grand adventure, no matter what. And I'm so excited for you guys to be able to not only feel this, but live this with us, because we're going to get there no matter what. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. The self-help seminar is over.